Every girl that ghosted you, every business deal that slipped through the net, every job, every promotion that you went for and you watched it go to somebody else, you've been blaming it on bad luck. It was decided the minute that they saw you and they felt your energy, the lack of confidence, the lack of belief, the lack of trust in yourself. Your physique communicates one of two things on every first impression in life. I'm in control, I take my life seriously, or I don't. This picture right here was taken in the darkest moment of my life. And it is no coincidence that I looked the way that I did, because I had no control, I had no respect for myself. That physique was a mirror of my internal state. My current physique is also a mirror of my internal state. I'm in control, I'm confident, I'm fulfilling my purpose in life. Most people can detect that just from looking at me before I've even had a conversation with them. Your appearance is a live broadcast of who you truly are. If that identity is average, the world and reality is going to treat you like so. It's going to reflect that back to you. Why would a woman that you're chasing choose you over all of these other guys in her DMs when they've got more confidence and more belief in themselves and they move with conviction over you? Why would a potential client part ways with their money and invest in you when you don't even sound like you believe in the thing that you're selling? You have these goals and you have this dream of what life could look like. And your strategy is hoping that enough time passes where it will just fall into place. How the fuck do you expect to level up and achieve everything you said you're going to achieve when you still operate like a man who doesn't even believe or respect himself? Now, I know what you're thinking. Getting jacked is not going to solve all the problems that I'm currently facing. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You're missing the point. No, getting jacked isn't going to solve all of those problems. Being the guy who has the discipline, the self-control and the self-respect to get into elite shape is going to be the version of you who can deal with all of that stuff. And not only deal with it, but thrive in the face of adversity and challenge. Everyone's going to face the same fucking problems, bro. Like, you're no different to anybody else. So are you going to be a version of yourself now that has no fucking control, no respect, can't deal with it? Or are you going to fucking man up and create a new version of yourself that can fight any battle that is thrown your way? When a man is in elite shape, you instantly know that he has discipline, he has control, and he has respect for himself. What happens if you walk into a room and instantly you command the respect of everyone in that room before you've even opened your mouth? How would that make you feel? How many more connections would you build? How much further do you think you'd go in life when you expand that over a lifetime? Building your body isn't just about aesthetics. We're not doing this just to look better. Once you've earned that level of self-control and self-respect, reality will begin to rearrange itself accordingly. Money becomes easier to acquire. Women don't need to be impressed as much. They can just detect your energy. Things start to click. Synchronicities happen. This is how the universe works. This is why fixing your physique is the entry point to the life that you want. Now, before we get into the how, you need to understand why it changes everything. You will look at training and nutrition and fitness and discipline through a completely different lens. You'll understand how important it is just to get these things fucking nailed. The first of 3 reasons. It reprograms your identity and perception of self. You stop seeing yourself as the loser, the guy who's trying, the guy who has goals but he doesn't really know how he's going to achieve them, and you start acting and thinking as the guy who doesn't miss. People don't need to know that you're on this journey. They're going to detect that energy when you show up and you're a completely new version of yourself anyway. The most important thing is that you know what you're doing. You know how committed you are to this process. The second is building bulletproof internal trust. Every time you say no to a distraction, every time you stay disciplined, that's like a deposit in a bank account of self-trust. Once that balance is high enough, all you have to focus on is execution. You stop thinking about the goal, you stop thinking about the process, and you just start executing. High performers don't think, they execute. They just do the work and success happens. You stop negotiating with yourself, you stop compromising, you become the guy who ticks the boxes. That level of internal trust makes success in business and life and relationships inevitable. It earns you instant external respect. This is a cheat code to life. You get so many more opportunities in the world when every situation you turn up to, you just automatically have respect. People respond to standards. And when you show up with a physique and you're in shape and you've got that look in your eyes and you have that energy and that aura, people instantly detect that. They perceive you as someone to be listened to follow, to invest in. Opportunities begin to appear out of nowhere because you've become the kind of man that people want to associate with. I've gone from a degenerate drug abusing fucking little boy, a little loser who couldn't speak in a university classroom with like 15 people due to social anxiety. Fast forward to now, I've run 100 miles. I have the fortitude and the mental strength to run for 23 hours straight. 163 kilometers. This is not a video telling you to get into running. That version of me and this version of me, vastly different. Vastly different. And it's the internal rebuilding that is really, the value there. It's not about, oh, that guy couldn't run and this guy can run 100 miles. Forget the running. It's about how that guy thought versus how this guy thinks. I had no purpose. I had no discipline, no fucking respect, no control. I'd wake up and I'd tell myself, today is the day that all of this changes. And by fucking lunchtime, I'd already compromised with myself. I'd already found a way to quit. I was looking for the cheat code and the hack and the next podcast or the next David Goggins video that was going to change it all for me. None of that is ever going to fucking work because I wasn't changing myself internally. I was just taking in external information and trying to apply it on something that was completely fucking broken. You imagine having a car, right? The engine is completely messed up. You can't fucking drive it anywhere. You're more worried about the fucking body kit and what colour the car is and getting a fancy new number plate. The car doesn't fucking work. What's the point? There is no point. When I made the decision to fix my body first, I didn't understand the internal rewire inside of it. I was trying to fix everything just by fixing the physique. That didn't work. I then realised you have to work on the internal. You have to do the inner work. But as soon as you start to do that and you pair it up with the physique work as well, and you get into elite shape, the best shape you've ever been in your life, everything starts to fall into place. Life starts to show you the path. You have a new energy, you have drive, you have purpose, you have clarity. People start to treat you differently because they can sense it in you. The first thing that you need to embody is application over theory. Most people drown themselves in self-improvement knowledge and content, but then don't apply any of it. In order for it to help, there's two things it has to do. It has to reach you, which it is because you're listening to it, but then you have to apply it. Listening to it is like 25% of what actually needs to be done. The other 75% is you applying it. Theory without execution is procrastination. You're not doing the work. You're just listening to someone tell you how to do the work, but you're not actually doing it. Don't just study discipline, you have to live it as well. That is a daily process. No hype, no motivation, just discipline. New standards. You do it regardless of how you feel. The second is mindset rewiring and alignment. Training your body is great, but if your mind still operates as the old you, there is no point in having a new physique. Think about when a new iPhone gets released. The old iPhones receive the new iOS update. That allows them to do most of the things that the new iPhone can do, so they don't get left behind. They can't do everything, but they can do a lot of what the new iPhone can do. If that update did not get released, it wouldn't take long before that phone was pretty much fucking useless. Now you're in the process of building the new iPhone as well with your physique, but you have to upgrade the internal operating system also. You have to rewire how you think, how you talk. Align your actions to your new mindset and your new purpose. When your mindset and behavior finally match, that's when everything starts to click. That's when discipline becomes effortless and you become a new person. Number 3, reconnect to rebuild. You have not lost your potential. You have just lost signal to it. Think of any TV or radio station right now. You don't have it on because you're watching this video, but it exists and people are listening to it. You're just not tuned into it. You don't have the signal established. That is the same thing with your goal, your drive, your ambition for life, your purpose, your potential. You have to reconnect to it. Life's full of distractions, mainstream media news, current affairs, politics, social media, technology, TV. None of that contributes to your larger purpose. It's keeping you distracted and disconnected. You have to reconnect to your purpose and your potential. Once you reconnect and you're fully in alignment with it and you're fully in tune with it, momentum becomes natural. You don't really have to try. It's just happening. Number 4, the tribe always wins. Ever since we were hunter-gatherers, hundreds of thousands of years ago, we have operated in tribes and packs because it makes survival and thriving guaranteed. That's how you need to operate in the modern world. You think you're connected. You've got lots of friends. You've got family. You've got different social groups. You have to find people on the exact same wavelength and the same journey as you. That is very, very important. You don't have to get rid of all your old friends, but you must establish new connections. You can't grow in a room full of people who are comfortable just staying the same throughout all their life. You need to expose yourself to people who are holding themselves to a very high standard, people who understand what you're trying to do. Growth is contagious when you surround yourself with people like this. You find a community of people that are doing exactly what you want to do, or even better, people who have done what you want to do. Lone wolves will always burn out. You don't think you're a lone wolf because you've got lots of friends, but those friends might not be aligned with the thing that you're trying to do. Like I say, you need to intentionally expand your circle to find your tribe. The men who surround themselves with other people who expect them to win will always win. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around, so you have to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are fucking winners, who have done what you're trying to do. You can keep scrolling, you can keep looking for that next motivational video, or you can just make the fucking decision to become the man that your future requires. Reclaim control, build bulletproof internal trust, command respect externally. Fixing your physique does way more than what you ever could imagine. It's not about just fucking getting shredded. It's about becoming the type of man who is undeniable across all areas of life. If you're ready to walk that path, if you want the full framework, if you want the systems, the habits, the accountability, the tribe of people who are going to force you to operate at a higher level, there is a link in the description. Check that video out. I will get in touch. We'll go over your 6-month vision, physique, mindset, life goals, and we will map it out. I will show you exactly how to build the discipline, rewire the mind, create a new identity, and build a bulletproof fucking physique that fills you with confidence and trust in yourself and that makes success unavoidable. Do not click this link, guys, if you're not serious. Looking forward to hearing from you boys. Peace out.